Hey guys, welcome back. This is the third video of our C.A.S.H framework deep dive series, and today we are in the third step, which is the letter S for stay the course. So today we're going to talk about why staying the course is a super critical part to creating and maintaining your budget. Hey, this is Caroline back again from Woo Money Mastery, and if you haven't seen the first two videos, go ahead and catch up on them. But today we're talking into a deep dive for the third step of our budgeting framework, staying the course, right? So with the previous two videos you saw, we created our vision, we activated our calendar to get clear on where we want to go, and now it's really where the rubber meets the road, right? We need to stay the course. We know where we want to go. We know what goals and plans we have. We looked at our calendar to determine where these pieces fit in, how feasible they are. And now it's really just about taking action, right? Staying the course. And it is critical to be tracking your expenses, on a daily or almost daily basis. And the reason why is, if we go back to that analogy of driving a car, right? You have your car on you have your GPS on for your road trip, you have your destination in there. If you miss a turn and you're looking at your GPS, it will reroute you and you will take the next turn. And maybe you'll just be a few minutes later to your destination. However, if you're not paying attention to where you're going, put in your destination in the GPS, you take off, and you go a few hundred miles down the freeway before you realize you should have taken an exit or an overpass, and you missed that. Now it's going to take so much more time, effort, energy to backtrack to get you to where you wanted to go. And sometimes you just might give up. And I bet almost all of us have experienced that when it comes to budgeting, right? We just kind of let something go, gets out of hand, and then you want to just give up. Like, it just seems so insurmountable to start again. So this is why I say that staying the course, really tracking, seeing how you're doing, making those small course corrections and adjustments as you go, is really critical to helping you be successful in this journey, right? Life happens when we're making plans, and budgeting is just a plan. But when you're able to keep your vision front of mind, when you see things happen kind of in real time and you acknowledge them, then you're able to make tweaks and adjustments as you go that help you stay the course towards that main plan, right? It doesn't become like this big thing, throw the goal out the window. So that's why I really say tracking every day is really important, especially while you're getting the hang of this. And then another thing about staying the course is it does typically take some time to start seeing results, right? One, you're getting into the habit of something new. So there's going to be slip ups. There's going to be times where you don't do something. And this is all just a learning experience, right? As long as you take these things that pop up and you don't judge yourself, right? You let go of any like guilt or shame or blame, and you just take that next step forward to get you back on track in the direction of your dreams and where you want to go. Then you'll be able to start getting there. And kind of like anything, right? Like when you first start working out, it seems really difficult, but then it becomes easier and easier over time. This budgeting muscle is just like that as well. I remember when I started my journey, I went for the first couple months and it felt like I wasn't making a dent towards getting any closer to my goals. I wasn't going back into debt, but I just felt like I was treading water. And what I would tell myself now looking back is acknowledging how big that was. I didn't go back to my old habits, right? And what feels like treading water in the moment, those small incremental steps, they add up and they like exponentially get bigger. And once kind of the tide turned of getting closer to my goal, getting this habit going of budgeting, once that finally turned and I was able to see some progress that I was actually going to where I wanted to go, it sped up so quickly. It was such a snowball effect. And then that gives you that extra boost of energy and confidence to just keep going because you see the finish line within distance. It seems possible. This thing that you maybe didn't ever believe could be true for you in your life, and it's right there on the horizon. So staying the course is all about being dedicated, doing those small, meaningful actions every single day, even if you can't see the result right away. There's something to be said about trust and belief, And this is why, identifying your goal is so important, because in those moments where it looks like you're not going anywhere, it looks like your goal is so far away, those days that are frustrating that you might want to give up, knowing your goal just really helps keep you with that North Star to your vision. So staying the course is super important. And then just, another thing about course correcting, like I mentioned before, if you're able to course correct when something comes up and it's a small thing before it compounds and becomes a big thing, yeah, it might kind of set you back a little bit on your goal, but it doesn't derail you altogether, right? You're still really able to go in that direction. And we've all heard that saying, right? Like, whether you do or whether you don't, like, time is continuously passing. So just try your best and forget the rest. Like, it sounds cheesy to say that, but I promise you, when you start to do this, in the moment, it might not feel the best, but then you look back on, what you learned through that budgeting pay period or over the last month or 6 months or whatever, and it becomes so true. And staying the course, especially if this is something that you're trying to do on your own or something that you don't have much experience with, this is where someone like a coach like myself, who I am by your side, I can help cheer you along when times get hard. I can give you ideas that maybe you haven't seen before. This is where having that external support becomes so crucial. And whether you have that, with myself or you have that with your partner, just make sure you have someone who, is there by your side when times get hard. So I hope this little deep dive into staying the course has been helpful. I will be back again next week with the last video of this series, the letter H, harmonizing our results, and why that is really critical to complete the budgeting loop and keep you on track with your goals. Let me know what you thought of this video, which step you've liked so far, and I will see you guys then.